Good morning. Good morning. The name my mother and father gave me, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. The name the cabal gave me, David Keith Quigley. People want to say I'm a fraud for being John Kennedy Jr. Well, I hate to tell you, I'm a fraud for being David Quigley. David Quigley only exists as a forgery. Crazy, ain't it? Anyway, I was sitting over there watching TV. I figured I might as well be over here and wake up with my coffee and my smoke and do some lives and at least get the truth out a little bit. You know, if I could sit here and I could get 1 million followers, 1 million people see my story that, hey, the real John Kennedy Jr. is alive, wanting justice, it sure saved me a hell of a lot of time, people. It really, really would. So please hit that share button. Sometimes I think I'm just wasting my time, but I'm still marching forward. I don't like to think I'm wasting my time to try to wake up the world. Well, hello, Kathy. Thank you for joining. Cynthia, Julie. All love, all love. There's enough hate in this world. I have seen so much hate. Well, good morning, Bill. Thank you for stepping into my Facebook Live. I just wanted to see. I was going to go live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time, but I figured I would go on Facebook so I could have my morning smoke and my coffee and not get shut off. TikTok will shut you off. They're censoring everything. You lost your freedoms on TikTok. I was on TikTok a couple weeks ago and they banned me for a week and a half for absolutely nothing. They totally deleted my account and then they brought it back up and said they apologize. But thank you, Shannon, Amy. Please, yeah, I see a lot of taps on the screen. That's wonderful. That draws more people in. I love you, Bill. On Facebook, my brother, he's got a morning show on Facebook in the morning, and he tells you some good stuff to put in your body, and preaches the gospel and his love for Jesus Christ, which is awesome. I'm trying to get my story out to the world, to the masses, of the corruption within our government. What they can do to a president. You know, my father. Look what everybody knows what they did to President John Kennedy. They beat around the bush on releasing the files, getting the files out. They don't want the files out because they're exposing themselves as criminals. The people that did that, their organization still runs the show. I'm sharing what they did to me, the torture they put me through, the kidnapping, the extortion. Kidnapping and extortion is huge within our government. I have a picture of me in a dang dog cage. That wasn't the only cage I was put in. I was also put in a dog cage at a racetrack back east. They used to have the dog racing, and we were downstairs while the cabal members, the members of our president's family were having a little reunion. They didn't want me around, so they put me in a dog cage. I actually kicked myself out of that dog cage that day. I think I sprained my foot because there was another girl in the cage next to me, and I actually kicked the cage door open. I bent the hell out of it trying to escape, get out of there, and I finally did. And then I let her out of her cage, and we were walking down the hall, and all of a sudden we're in a big group of people, and they were like, "What the fuck is he doing here?" And they rounded me up, put me back in the cage again. But life goes on. But what am I exposing, people? I've had the Democratic Party and the Republican Party on my mind for the last couple of days because it's all the same bird. It really is. How do I know this? Because you got the Democrats. You got the Clintons, the Obamas. You got my fake sister that's way up at the top of the list of the Democratic Party. That's right. The fake Caroline Kennedy. They made her a diplomat, ambassador to freaking Japan. And think about it. This person stole my sister's identity, stole millions and millions of dollars, and became a diplomat of Japan. Then she became an ambassador to Australia. Think about it hard. Think about that hard. My sister was unalived as a child. They put one of their family members in and make them a member of the cabal within our very own government. They replaced me by the John the whole world knew. Mr. Pretty Boy. Robin moved my book, so I can't hold my book up to share, but you all know what John looked like. He replaced me. He had no Kennedy blood, but what did he have? He had organized crime mafia blood. It's called blood in, blood out, if you've ever heard that story. Well, that's what they did. So then they made him a district attorney. They were building him up in the spotlight. He wanted to be a gangster. He did. He told me one day he wanted to be the next John Gotti and run organized crime within New York. That's Mr. Pretty Boy. They were exposing him. Larry King Live. You look up Larry King Live and John, JFK Jr., and Larry King called him out right at the beginning. The name organized crime gave me, or the cabal gave me, or, it's really hard to tell, but they gave me David Quigley. They made a birth certificate, forged a birth certificate, called me David Quigley. So Larry King calls him out and said, what if your name was David? Straight up on his show. What if your name was David? What do you think about being a junior? Because he wasn't a junior. But they called him out right for the whole world to see. But anyway, back to the Democrats. Robin said the other day, why don't we get, because Robin's starting to hear what I'm saying about how our CIA works and can get two parties to fight with each other to build oneself up. Well, here's the thing. That's going to be hard because you got the Democrats, you got the Clintons, the Obamas, you got people like my fake sister. They know who I am. Hillary Clinton knows 100% who I am. She would not fly on an airplane because they were trying to kill me, and she knew it. So Hillary Clinton, that's right, Hillary Clinton, way up there in the Democrats, people. She knows who I am. She knows my story. But then that goes to the Clinton Foundation and all the money they stole from the Kennedys and the Onassis family when they unalived them. But so you got all those people, the cabal. You see, the man that stole my identity, a picture will tell you 1,000 words. 1,000 words. So you got the fake John Kennedy Jr. You got pictures of him with Ted Kennedy. They knew he was a fake. You got pictures of him with Donald Trump. Donald Trump says, oh, this guy's so good. He's wonderful. He's a fake. He's not even a Kennedy of Kennedy blood. He's a member of the cabal. Donald Trump's telling him, I love this guy. He's a member of the cabal. He's a part of our family now. So you got those people arm in arm. You got my fake mother. My mother was killed and replaced with identity theft, dental work, plastic surgery. They made a new mom for me because they unalived my mother in 1975. So now you got a fake Jackie. And then you got Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, you remember Bill Clinton, the president of the United States for 8 freaking years, is having an affair with a member of the cabal, my fake mother. And how do I know this? I was there. So I'm not pulling this shit out of my ass, people. I was there. So you got the Democrat. That's a Democratic Party. Okay. Oh, but let's step into the Republican Party. Ronald Reagan, wonderful man, but a member of the cabal, a society of, I don't know what you want to call it, a Hollywood fucking actor, a member of the cabal doing what he was told by Hollywood and our secret Birkin service. I don't care if you got Ronald Reagan or Bill Clinton side by side. Who tells them what the fuck to do? Our secret service. Boom. That just connects both wings of the bird, our secret service. But then you got Bush. You remember Bush? George Bush? How about George Bush Jr.? You remember the Bushes, right? Standing on a pile of rubble, just like Donald Trump. You remember the fake assassination of Donald Trump? Never would have happened in a million years. Photo op, people. Our Secret Service connects them all. Our Secret Service would have never allowed Donald Trump to stand up there and do a photo op like that in a million fucking years if it was real. You would have never seen that man to take a second shot again. Those Secret Service agents would have not put their life in danger holding that man up to do a photo op if it was real. I'm sorry. So then you got George Bush standing on a pile of rubble. 9/11. I was there. Why was I there? Because they used me to cover things up. 2 attacks on 9/11. 2 attacks on the World Trade Center. 2. The first one, they don't hardly talk about. Vans were parked underneath and damaged the underneath basement of that building. Tore the fucking cement right off those fucking pillars. They wanted to bring them down. Well, it didn't happen, people. It didn't happen. So what did they do? They went in the basement, threw some stucco on there. They had the experts come in. The experts said, oh, fuck. There's a tilt. The World fucking Trade Center now, after those vans blew up in that basement, there's a tilt. Well, guess what? This is fucked up because those buildings got to come down. They got to come down. So our CIA gets together and says, we'll make them come down. And we'll make the taxpayers pay for it. We'll make the taxpayers pay for them coming down, and then we can start a fucking war. We can say Saddam Hussein and bin Laden and all these other people fucked the United States over and had some planes crash into these buildings that needed to be torn down anyway. And what happened? It happened. Then you get the Republicans standing on a pile of rubble saying, we're going to get even with these motherfuckers. The whole country's cheering. Yeah, let's get even with these motherfuckers. Let's get even. Let's go to war. Well, now what? Now who's in charge of all those fucking oil wells? Then you got Dick Cheney, people. You know, the vice president. Remember the vice president, Dick Cheney? What's he big for? Oil. Billion-dollar oil company, people. Billions. Now, who's suffering for all this? Everybody on here. Everybody in the comments. We need to unite against these people. You got these people. You got the people at the top of the Democratic Party. You got the people at the top of the Republican Party. Your vote doesn't fucking matter because I just told you it's all connected by our Secret Service. They're told what to do. So your vote doesn't fucking matter. They already got it sewn up to put a Clinton in place or put a Bush in place. It's already there. And with that said, it's already there to put a Trump in place too, because you had one loser motherfucker, and that was our president, slobbering on himself, falling asleep, wasn't worth a fuck. Giving money away, our money away. But then you got a savior, Donald Trump. And what's he going to do? Same fucking thing, because he's told by the Secret Service. They'll build it up in the media to make him look like he's fucking doing all kinds of wonderful, great shit for you, for me. Will he release me? Will Donald Trump release me and say, yes, this is my fucking cousin, the real John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. He's been sharing his story for years, trying to wake people up that the government killed his family, my mother, my sister, my aunts, my uncles, my father, unalive them so they can play government. They can steal all that money from you, from me. They stole billions from me. My father, JFK, was a billionaire. My mother married Aristotle Onassis. He was a billionaire. That was planned, people. The Secret Service that tell everybody what to freaking do, it was planned. You think they like me telling this story to you? You think they want you to share it? They don't. They want to cover it up. I want you to share it. I want you to share it. Look into my freaking eyes. Look into my eyes. That's my daddy right there. What I had to go through to get to this point so I could share this, it's freaking crazy. And part of it is in this book right here, Stolen Identity. Google it, search it, look on the reviews on Amazon, but share it. I have 34 people on here on YouTube. Truthfully, this story, if it was on mainstream media, I'd have 34 million at least. But it's not, because they run you, they run me. I'm tired of them running the show. I'm tired of organized crime running the show. I really, really am. With that said, I had to get some stuff off my chest. I hope you just understood what I was telling you and how things work, how your vote doesn't matter, how these rich people at the top got things sewn up. And it ain't to help you. It ain't to help me. We're still going to have the same problems over and over again because politicians are freaking lying, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. It's time we took our country back for we, the people, for everybody in here, for everybody listening. Not for the billionaires, not for the multimillionaires and the politicians to keep getting rich off of us, not to be sending our money overseas for wars and every other thing we don't need. We need to start taking care of our own. We need to start putting America back. You know, they'll spout it all day long. I'm not a politician. I'm just some guy on YouTube and Facebook. But we need to take our shit back. We need to start giving jobs and having shit made in America again, instead of importing all this shit from over freaking seas in China and every other where else while they're getting rich and we keep getting poor, giving our money away for trinkets we don't even need from the dollar store. God bless you. Peace out. Have a wonderful, blessed day. And share my story, please. Peace. God bless you all.